So in order to really lead here, the United States has to step up. The United States is going to have to be dealing with this climate crisis and with the partnership ultimately we need with China and other countries. But China and the United States, of course, are going to have to be leading because of the refugee crisis that has been created and will only intensify in the years ahead. Could you speak to that issue of the refugee crisis and the role you believe the United States ambassador to the United Nations should be playing in highlighting and leading on that issue?
Senator, I mentioned earlier before you came on that I spent more than half of my career working on refugee and humanitarian issues, and I do intend for that to be one of my many priorities at the United Nations, raising concerns about how we respond and how we support and how we provide protection and solutions to refugees. And sometimes we tend to think of refugees having been produced by war and conflict, but there are many refugees who are being produced as a consequence of climatic changes in their countries. We're seeing the Sahara Desert move rapidly southward, and people are being affected by that. And I intend, if I'm confirmed as the ambassador, to work very, very closely with other members of the Security Council and at the General Assembly to raise this issue and how we might find solutions.
And I'd like to just turn quickly, if I can, to Ethiopia in this battle that is now broken out between the government and the Liberation Front. It's causing widespread displacement of people inside of Ethiopia and thousands of refugees pouring into neighboring Sudan. The UN High Commissioner for Human Rights has raised concerns about reports of mass atrocities on the ground. Can you speak to that issue and what role you believe that the United States and the UN should be playing in order to resolve this conflict peacefully?
The situation in Ethiopia, Senator, has me very concerned. 3 years ago, we were celebrating this country. We were celebrating their new president. We were celebrating the possibilities of their being able to move forward and build prosperity for their people. And now they are in the middle of a war against their own people. It is important that the United Nations take this situation on and look at how we can be responsive. The humanitarian situation is really worrisome. So we need to open up possibilities for humanitarian workers and organizations to get in to see what is happening in the Tigray region. And then we need to have, I think, very frank and open discussion with the president about what is happening, with the Prime Minister of Ethiopia about what is happening there, and insist that they take every measure to stop what they're doing, to stop the fighting, and bring this situation to a close. It is having a broad impact across the region.
I think your background makes you the perfect person to make sure that the U.S. plays a role in making sure this does not spread further into the Horn of Africa. I think you will be a great representative for our country. Thank you.